You can get tetanus just watching this. Hi there, yo folks. I'm Sean the Modern Yeoman, and I've got to be honest with you. Sometimes running a successful homestead feels a lot like running a small business. There's a lot of moving parts, animals to tend to, overgrown land to mow and weed whack and brush clear, garden plots to care for. It's an operation. But you know, with all that being said, I'm certainly not complaining. It's more of an observation. The fact is that I love doing this. If this homestead is a small business, then I am one happy CEO. With that as a preamble, there's a lot to do today, so let's get going. First things first, it's time for the Mama Carolina Wren Baby Bird Watch. Let's go see how those suckers are doing. Looks like they're happy to see you, Holly. Where's Mama?
Mama's not here. Beep, 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 baby.
All right, I don't think we should bug them too much. So it looks like the little peepers are doing well. Mama's gone right now. She's off getting some worms. Seems like they've gotten bigger over the past few days. So that's where we stand with the Mama Carolina Wren Baby Bird Watch. Second item of concern, we've got a sick chicken. So I think this chicken, it's one of the Isa Browns, has been sick for maybe 2 days. We started noticing that she was being lethargic and sluggish about 2 days ago, and we've been taking care of her ever since. I've done just about everything that you're supposed to do when you have a sick chicken. I've given her the Vet RX, given her apple cider vinegar water. I've quarantined her off in her own little sick pen there. I've even given her baths just in case she was egg-bound. But we don't know what is causing her sickness. We don't know if she has a sour crop or if she is egg bound. I felt up inside of her actually, and she doesn't have an egg up there. I don't even think she's producing eggs right now. We've done just about everything we could do, and she's still just looking pretty sad. Her comb is over to the side and she's spending most of her time sleeping, but she's still here. The chickens are pretty fragile animals, so you need to be very vigilant when you have a sick chicken to make sure that you stay on top of them. So I'll continue giving her apple cider vinegar water. I'll continue taking care of her, but for now she's still kind of under the weather. I think she might be a little bit better than she was. Second, Garden 2.0 is in full effect. As you may remember, the frost took away about half of our garden last week. It's a very serious matter. Apparently Holly doesn't think so. Anyways, it was mostly, what, Holly, peppers and tomatoes?
All the hot plants, the peppers and the tomatoes, and
that were just wiped out.
The squashes too, the cucumbers.
The squashes and the cucumbers. So we were able to get new transplants, and we verified with a lot of people that we should be past the last frost date. We checked like 15-day forecast, and it looks like we're past it. Like last night, the low was like 55, and tonight the low is like 50. So that kind of continues into May, and by the time May, second week of May rolls around, I think we're in the clear regardless. So we're pretty confident that we're okay to set these plants out. And it's been hot too.
So hot.
Like today it got up to 85, guys. So I think we're in the clear planting garden 2.0. We've replaced pretty much all of the peppers, all of the tomatoes. There's a few that we held on to, all of the squash, and we actually got a few more that we're gonna throw in, but this is looking good. And I'm pretty happy with things the way they look. Finally, I've been putting it off for a long time, but it's time to get it done. I need to cover up the holes that are in the roof of my barn. Every time it rains, the rain just falls through them and just ruins the wood underneath it. You can see where I've got some really weak wood just from all of the water damage that it's taken on. I've put it off for such a long time just because I've always kind of figured that I'd need scaffolding to get up there, but it actually turns out that one of my long metal ladders, this one right here, might actually do the trick and help us get up there all the way. It'll be kind of precarious balancing up there, but it's a pretty solid ladder, so I think we'll be able to do it. I'm gonna ask my dad to see if he can help me, and I think we're gonna try and knock this out and get this roof fixed in the barn. Let's do it. At some point, we're just gonna have to get a new roof altogether.
Right.
So, you know, when it's time to replace the roof, we'll replace the roof, but this is just keeping the rain out.
Well, I can see it from underneath. I wonder if you just bend it back and forth, if you could tear it.
You can get tetanus just watching this. Come on, just about there.
Yay!
So that's as good as it's gonna be. Now we need to work on
The larger.
this
piece.
hole and that hole especially. Those are gonna be the big jobs. Sound good to me. Well, Dad, I took you away from, what were you doing, mowing?
I was about to mow. That's all right.
What has it been, 3 hours? It's like 3 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat lunch?
No.
Okay, well, I appreciate you heading away from your lawn mowing duties and your lunch
Not a problem.
in order to help me do this.
Not a problem.
Were you scared at all at any point during this?
I know no fear.
Was there any
No.
point where you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that?
No, heights have never really bothered me much, as long as I know I've got a secure footing underneath. If it was a real wobbly ladder or whatever, then it'd be a different story. But it's a great ladder,
Yeah.
so getting up to the top really wasn't a problem.
The big one on the other side, that was a one-man operation, and you handled that. But I think between the two of us, we handled these on either side pretty well.
Yeah.
I think I was saying it to you, but I was dreading doing this because I really thought I'd need scaffolding to do it.
Right.
So to knock this out in an afternoon and not really have to worry about rain up in the hayloft
Right.
is a huge
Yeah.
weight off my shoulders. Now, granted, this roof is not permanent.
No.
This
no.
is an old barn. It's an old roof.
But you bought yourself some time.
I bought myself some time, and that's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And whether we end up getting a new pole barn built or just spending money to refurbish this thing by professionals, we can push that out a little bit, and we can use this barn a little bit longer. So thank you, Dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, folks, I'm very happy with the barn, as I just mentioned. I'm okay with this not being permanent. Eventually, we're going to need to either refurbish this barn or get a new one. But this will buy us, I think, some time, whether it's a few years or maybe even more, of keeping the inside of that barn dry and intact. And if we need to make little adjustments and corrections and repairs here and there, this is a good start. So I'm very happy. It's something I've been putting off for so long, and it's done now, and I'm very happy about that. Otherwise, things around the homestead keep ticking. We lost half our garden, but we were able to get that half back. The chicken is sick, and I'm gonna keep an eye on her. The other chickens are fine. They're doing all right. There's no problems with them. This one, she's touch and go. We'll see what happens. I'll keep my eye on her and let you guys know. I don't want her to suffer, but I also wanna give her a chance to get better. I've had 2 chickens that have been sick on me before, and they've made full recoveries. This one seems to be the worst, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep giving her a chance and keep tending to her. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, as always, here on the homestead and in life, slowly, slowly.